Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is chapter 132 of Gained, and this one is titled, Don't Touch Me, I'm Famous. Oh, honey, I don't want to put you out or anything, your mum said with a worried look on her face. I already know how much you're doing each day with school and interning and going to your special training and... No, Mum, you're important to me, and I want to help you. This is not a problem at all, and plus, I want to talk to Dad and ask why he hasn't been here for you, you said pointedly. Oh, please, don't worry about him and I, she tutted nervously. I don't want you to get involved in... No, I'm part of this family. He's letting me down too, so I'm going to talk to him. But don't worry, I'm a strong girl now. I'm not going to run to my room and cry, you said. She still looked unsure, but she could also see your determination and relinquished. Oh, well, please be careful and come straight here afterwards, okay? She said. I'll be looking forward to seeing you again. Same, Mum, you said with a smile as you walked over to give her one last hug. I'll call you when I'm leaving there tomorrow. Okay, my lovely, she said, holding you tightly in her arms. I love you always. I love you too, Mum, you replied as you let her go. You go and sleep and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, my sweet. Text me when you get to your room. I want to make sure you're okay, she said, watching you walk to the door. You smiled back over your shoulder at her. Promise, you said, before giving her one last wave and then leaving. As soon as you were out in the hallway, you pulled your phone out to text your boys to let them know that you were coming back to the dorms, but on screen you saw that you already had 2 missed calls from Aizawa, a missed call from each of your boys with messages galore asking if you could call back ASAP. Yikes, what's happened? You wondered, quickly calling Aizawa. Yin, he greeted as soon as you picked up your phone. Hi sir, I'm so sorry. I've had my phone on silent and I've just been with Mum. Is everything okay? You asked worriedly. Everything is fine. But we have news channels and hero magazines bombarding us with calls and messages, begging to get exclusives with you, he said. Ever since the news story about the rescue ran, they've managed to track you down to here and have been non-stop in their efforts to talk to you. Oh, I'm so sorry, you said sadly, as you left the health retreat building and stepped out into the cool night air. I had no idea it was going to be like this. This is the world of heroes, he replied. It's best to get used to it. Some heroes become heavy celebrities, and it only takes one instance for someone to be suddenly thrust into the spotlight. Yeah, like now, with me, you thought as you walked down to the bus stop. I'm so sorry. Could you just tell them to go away? You asked. We have asked, but as you expect, they're not taking no for an answer, he replied. We can apply more pressure and threaten them with legal action, but I'm afraid that they'll start pestering you with stalking and such outside of school grounds. We don't really want any negative imagery to get out there. Well, if I do one story with them, do you think that they'll get over it quicker? You asked, raising your hand up as you neared the bus stop to signal the bus that you wanted to get on. Yes, I do think so. Would you be willing to have one exclusive with one of them? He asked. I guess so, you replied as you got on the bus, paid, and then sat down in one of the seats there. How many of them have contacted you? We have Hero Nation, Glam Hero, Today News, Exclusive, Girl Nation, all wanting to have either an exclusive or an interview. He said, do any of these interest you? Oh, wow, you said with surprise, recognizing all the names. I lived and breathed Girl Nation, the magazine, when I was in school. I really liked what they stood for. And wow, exclusive. They only have the best of the best in their magazines. Well, now you have the opportunity to be in one of them, he replied. Have a think about it, and we can discuss tomorrow before you head into Fat Gum's agency for the day. I'll let him know what's going on. Thank you, sir, you said politely. I'm so sorry for all the fuss. No apology necessary, he replied. How's your mum doing? She's doing well, you said brightly. I'm so proud of her. I'm sure she's proud of you too, Yin. I've been meaning to congratulate you on your job well done on the rescue. It was a joint effort, you said, feeling like you had said the line so many times over it was wearing a track on your tongue where the words were coming out. We all helped in some way or other. That's a good attitude to have, he replied. In any case, well done, and all the best with the rest of your internship. Thank you, sir. I'll talk to you tomorrow, you said, adding in pleasantries before saying goodbye. You pulled your phone down from your ear and then messaged both your boys, telling them about what was happening and that you were a prized item at the moment. When you got back to the dorms 20 minutes later, you were swamped by your classmates, all of who had come back from their intern locations for the day and were bedding down for a good night's sleep before the next day. You're a star! Mina squealed as she hugged you. I screamed when I saw you on the TV. I was most excited, Momo added in. I couldn't believe you were actually on the news. How exciting and much deserved. Thanks, guys, but I feel so bad. It was all of us that helped in saving the kids, and I don't like that it's just been showcased as me being the one who did it. If it weren't for Bakugo and Kiri with me, I don't think that I would have even gotten out of the cave. I passed out twice from quirk exhaustion. Oh, you're so amazing, Yin, Yorika gushed. How did you manage to get through that? You chatted with the girls for a little longer, and then after ample time had passed, you left to chat with your boys, telling them to meet in Kiri's room so you could be alone for a bit. Why are we meeting in here? Kiri asked as he opened the door for you. Because I feel like everyone's going to come to my room to look for me, so I want to hide in here, you said, stepping in and giving him a hug. Oh, that's fine, no problem, he replied with a giant grin, hugging you back. Just then, Bakugo stepped in through the open door and closed it behind him. Don't go hugging with the door open. People could see, he said as he stepped in and stepped over for a hug of his own. And there ends chapter 132. Stay tuned for 133 coming tomorrow. I'll see you then.